rock.
Jimmy Juice Podcast, man.
Let's go.
Figgy Feed, best in the world, that's what he do, know what I'm talking about. Ryan Rock, born and raised in the H-Town, Houston, Texas. Know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Let's go, in the jacuzzi, smoking threats, I got my feet up, cut them haters off, I told them beat it, I don't need you, spent 50 racks in cash, but it's all good, I got my visa, this rolling got them staring at me like the Mona Lisa, my ghetto, Nike, I beat it like a creature, she always like my sneakers, these Jordan 5 pink aces, let's go, I'm knocking them down, back in the row, he really the one, but they already know, so none of my chains go put on the show,
giving out gins, sipping my juice. Counting the beans, addicted to ends. I need to back in on whatever I do. We get it in on the daily. I get it rocking like this with the 80. We really 10-toe down on the pave. What's up? We about to see what they saying.
Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Let's go. Gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Rockin' gym, vippin' juice. Go, let's go.
What do you have to say to everyone if we still consider the Astros cheaters? Fuck y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. We are back at it with another special guest. I'm telling you, we come with the guests this time, man. We come with the guests this year, and we have another special guest joining us, man. He is a former, used to be Oakland. It was Oakland when he was drafted. Now they're the Las Vegas Raiders. And he was also a Houston Texan in 2019.
Wait. You forgot the most important part, man. He came from the greatest college of all time, man. What you mean, man? You should have led off with that first.
That's right. He came from Ohio, man. He came from Cleveland late last evening.
I caught a plane out to Cleveland late last evening.
The Ohio State University, man.
The Ohio State, man. He's a Buckeye. And he joins us today. Very proud to have the great Gareon Conley joining us on the podcast, man.
What's up, bro? Appreciate y'all having me on, man. You go crazy with the horn.
Yeah, we go crazy with the drops, man. We go crazy with the drops, man. So, shoot, how you doing, man? It's been a while since we've seen you. I know you was in Houston for a minute, but it's been a minute since we heard from you, man. So how you been?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Been rehabbing for the past 2.5, damn near 3 years since the last game I played with the Texans, honestly. But I've been good. Just can't complain. I'm rehabbing, living my life, blessed family. Good, man.
Okay. I know you're kind of in Houston for kind of a short time, but what was your impression of Houston when you came down here, man? I know Figgy is our fellow dude from Cleveland who moved to Houston, and he ain't never go back. So, what was your impression of Houston when you were here and the team and the franchise and all that, man?
Yeah. Well, shit, the city itself, I love Houston. That's why I'm still here right now. I'm from Ohio too. I ain't going back. I always rep it, but I ain't gonna live there. Ain't no reason. But I feel like when I was there, I came in middle of the season, so I never really got the full. I've seen stuff, and of course I'm observant, but I never got the full program mentality, culture, and all that. Because I wasn't there from the start. And it was like at the point of its peak, honestly, of when I was there. And like I wasn't there for when it was building up. I just got there right when it was at its peak, but then I got the fall off as well. So I was kind of in the middle. And when I came in, I feel like I had a good experience as far as me, but I feel like everybody had different experiences. Like I said, people were there longer than me and built relationships that were good or bad with coaches and players. So I feel like as far as me in general though, I feel like I had a good experience while I was there and I was treated very well. And there was a couple experiences that were just a little weird and off, but I feel like overall I was good.
Now you know I got to press on that, man. You mean like with the team, or with the coaching staff, or with the city people in the city itself, or what do you
No,
mean?
no, no, nothing with the city. Like I said, I
Okay.
love the city, bro. Like I got a crib down here for a reason. I love Houston. Nah, it was I feel like coaching it was just a little weird with shit, even how other players were treated. You know how like somebody treats somebody, it rubs on you on different ways, even if they're not treating you like that. Like I feel like a lot of people didn't like Bill
Yeah.
O'Brien. I had no problem with Bill, but I didn't agree with the way he handled certain things with certain players, you know what I'm saying, like that. But like it ain't my business, you know what I'm saying? But and then of course everybody know Jack, so I feel like that's one story that everybody felt the same way about him. But he just is a little extra, bro. Like he was one of those dudes that just extra, try to be in your face, try to be buddy buddy when he really ain't that. And it's like you don't even gotta do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all know it's business, we all grown, man. You don't gotta try to be my best friend or tell me this or act like you 100% Gareon Conley team and all that extra shit. Like he was just one of those dudes that did that and wasn't that, you know what I'm saying? So not
Did
saying
he?
he's a
Did
bad.
he try to? Did he try to make y'all pray like in the
Oh
hallway?
yeah, what?
Oh
He trying
no.
to No, he didn't try to make us pray, but I mean, he was just, trying to force that little chaplain mentality on people. Like he would give the pregame speeches sometimes, and we just, I mean, I don't know how some people felt. Some people acting like, oh, they hype, and I'm looking at every time he gave a pregame speech, I'm like, why the fuck he giving a speech?
It,
Like,
it's funny
what?
because recently, I want to say it was when Charles Omenihu was there, and
Yeah,
I think it was his last training camp,
uh-huh.
and with the Texans, and he walked past, he like he was high fiving people in the stretch line and all that shit.
Yeah, just hype
And,
as shit. Yeah.
and Charles just kind of rolled his eyes a little bit. I
Yeah, bro. It's just like I don't know. Like I said, I got there in the middle, so I'm like, I didn't even really find out till like a couple games in, cause he giving the speech and stuff. I'm thinking like he like important. You know what I'm saying? Even though I still think his speech is corny, but you know what I'm saying. If he go up there, he in front of the team after games, halftime, or before games, whatever. I'm like, he must be this, that, whatever. And then I found out like, yeah, he ain't even. Like, what is his job title? Like, shit like that. I was just like, what the hell? They told me like where he came from, where he was the chaplain. So it was just like a lot going on as far as that aspect. Like I said, I don't even be trying to read too much into it. I go in and do what I gotta do. But once you involve me, then like I said, when you trying to be all extra, buddy buddy and all this shit, and then come to find out you just really ain't that, you fake. Like it was just that was really like the only that and then our DB coach at the time. It was some wild shit with him. Uh like I said, again, like me and him never had a problem really. Like we maybe had like a debate on like how we see shit or whatever. Every coach and player has that though, but like me and him never really had a problem, but I didn't agree with the way he treated other players, you know what I'm saying? Like they even said when I got there that he wasn't on the sideline no more because he got to a player on the field. Like they was just arguing so much that it was just bad for the team. So they
Wow.
ended up putting him in the box for the rest of the season. Because when I got there, obviously he was already in the box. But then I heard that he was in the box because of that happened. So I'm just like, what the hell is going on here? Like, and then the way he was in the meetings, like, like for instance, like Lonnie, like, cause he was a rookie, or any of the like rookies that was in there, because we had like three, I think. He just would like coach them. You coach rookies harder, but he would coach them as like. Now I wouldn't even say it was coaching. It's just like he attacked them, like trying to dog them and like make them look stupid. Like, and we just all the older dudes in there just didn't agree with the way he did that shit. Like, so other than that though, I feel like I never really had no problems with the team or nothing like that.
Yeah, as people, as a fan and people who covered the team, like me and Figgy, like that was such a weird time
Yeah,
And that Bill O'Brien, Jack Easterby era was just very
yeah,
strange to cover, and it was like it felt like a fever dream, man. It's like, is this
yeah.
really happening? Is this really actually football here? But
Man, and we had a good ass team too. That's what's
yeah,
crazy.
that's the
Yeah, that 2019 team.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Fucking up 24-0 on the Chiefs. Come on, bro.
yeah, that was tough. And then that after that, I mean, it was already tough. But
Yeah.
that following year, you think like, all right, we about to run it back. It about to be we about to add some people.
Yeah. That's when I really started
They're out.
seeing like, oh yeah, it's going downhill
I'm
at
like,
this point.
oh man, that was the downfall right there.
Yeah. Yep. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
So you mentioned that you were rehabbing and you had an injury, man. So what exactly was your injury, and like how have you been recovering from that?
Yeah. So everybody seen my injury from the Raiders and it was labeled as shin splints. Um, but I had a fractured tibia and I ended up getting a rod in my leg. Why did I get a rod in my leg to heal a fractured tibia? Dumbass, just thinking I'm gonna listen to NFL teams and the doctors and not understanding like I should let it heal on its own because it's not a break, it's a fracture. Um, but end up getting a surgery to come back quicker. First round draft pick, young guy, don't got nobody ever to tell me anything about surgeries or anything in the NFL or from where I come from. So I don't really have a role model in that aspect or a mentor to teach me or anything about that. So of course, me being that pressured first round draft pick, pressured by the team, but also wanting to play, I don't want to miss time. I'm gonna get the surgery. So I got the surgery. And then after that, I just started having complications with my leg. Like just every time I run, jump, cut, I get this like knot feeling in my it's like lower right calf, right side of my calf, and it would throb like a toothache, but it wasn't as bad. This would be 2018 after I got the rod. It wasn't as bad, and they kept saying it was like basically like a calf strain or like a calf bruised calf, whatever at the Raiders. So I'm not thinking none of it. I'm just playing through it. And then it just keeps getting worse by like the month or the year. And 2019, I remember started taking Toradol just to play in the games. I've never taken Toradol before. Like literally start taking Toradol just to play in the games because I was paying, missing practices to get to the games. Like I rest and not practice so I could play in the game. And then I remember when I got traded to Houston, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. And I remember I started taking Toradol even to practice to get through practice. And I'm just like, man, like I got to figure this shit out, but I don't want to try to figure it out during the season. Mind you, I got traded to Houston. And I start having really good career or really good games, and we're going far in my first playoffs. I'm like, I'm gonna just wait till after the season, get it done. So we end up losing or whatever to the Chiefs, and I'm like, I gotta figure this shit out because this shit is like awful, especially like after games. Like I couldn't even walk. So I'm like, I gotta figure it out. Houston Texans doctors telling me yeah, we think it's coming from the screws in your leg because it had two screws to hold the rod in. So I got the screws out, both screws, one in my ankle, one under my knee. Didn't help at all. Um, then they said it was compartment syndrome. So I got fasciotomies, which they cut the fascia out of your leg to free up your muscles and your nerves or whatever. There's four compartments in your leg. I got all four compartments cut up. Didn't work. Didn't help. Nerve decompression. They said it was my peroneal nerve and got that like decompressed. Didn't help. Got an ankle scope. Didn't help. And then my last surgery, which was last April, was my lateral sural nerve. I got that decompressed, and the doctor said that that nerve was slightly damaged. So I got that. Like I think he like cut part of it or something. I don't know exactly what he did, but that was like the last. Oh, I got my piriformis released as well off my sciatic nerve. So that helped a little bit, and then the last one I had last year helped a little bit. But I still have that same pain when I run, but I've been rehabbing with Exos, basically like more holistic approach, no more surgeries, just doing everything holistically, and it's been helping. But I still have that pain if I run like 3 days in a row, but I couldn't run one day. So the fact that I'm at 3 days, 4 days, it will hurt after that. But like I'm glad that I progressed to that. But honestly, I still to this day don't have 100% answer of what my injury is. I know it's partially nerve, but it could have been partially muscle tissue damage. I know I had atrophy in my calf. Uh, when I first got the Exos, they were like, "Bro, like you don't even have a calf. Like your shit's not even it's not even there. Like it don't even look like it's firing when you do a calf raise. Like they can't even see my calf." So it was that, but like I said, I've been rehabbing and I'm able to run now. And that was really my goal. Obviously, my goal is to get back in the league, but my goal was honestly to try to get to the league, but to be able to run and be able to move around so I can play with my kids. Cause like I would even be playing with my son and I had a little Fisher Price hoop over here, like 5 minutes, and I gotta sit down because my leg throbbing. Like can't even run up the stairs. Like you know how you just run up the stairs quick as you don't want to walk up. I run up the stairs, my legs start throbbing. Like just shit like that. So the fact that I can do that now, like I'm at peace. And then of course I'm gonna just keep going because I want to get back in the league this year. Uh, so that's really where I'm at right now. But yeah, that's kind of the answer to my injury. What my injury is.
So your story kind of reminds me because we this kind of reminds me of what happened with the Tyrod Taylor a little bit, who also played in Houston with
Hmm.
the NFL doctors who were kind of I don't know messing stuff up. It seems like. So
Yeah.
what do you attribute that to, man? Do you think it's just
Yeah.
the partnership with the league
Um,
and the doctors, or is it just bad doctors, or
I
what do you
think
think that is?
I think there's give and take for different scenarios. I think majority of doctors in the NFL trying to make money. Um, and surgeries is what makes money for doctors. And not even necessarily saying that the surgery won't help, but sometimes it's people that don't need surgery to do it. So think about it like if I got surgery on my leg, I got a rod in my leg, which it could have helped, and which honestly I think it did help my fracture, but it caused other problems. So I got a rod through my knee, two screws, a screw under my knee, one in my ankle. My knee and my ankle were perfectly fine. It was just my rod, but you got to cut all these other places to get to that. So I feel like as far as just telling people they need surgery, I feel like sometimes it fixes problems, but sometimes it makes other things worse because you cutting on stuff that's perfectly fine. And I feel like doctors don't even take the time to think about that. They just want to do surgery so they can get paid or whatever, or so they can just fix the problem quick. Like I said, the Raiders want me to get the rod because it's gonna help me come back quicker, but didn't think about I could be cutting through a nerve or cutting through this or causing nerve damage to him 2 years later or a year later, whatever. So I feel like in that aspect, it's just doctors don't really take the time to think about that. And then I feel like NFL trainers really, it just depends on what organization. Because I hear some organizations are good, but the organizations I've been at, the NFL trainers are ran by the coaches. So they listen to whatever the coach they tell coach like, "Yo, do you want us to clear him? Do you want us to do this? You want us like, do you want us to keep him out? Do you want us like shit like that?" They're basically scared to lose their job type shit. So I feel like that's what goes on. So I feel like it's just there's no there's no balance of like when to do surgery, when to not. If the doctor is good, if the doctor is not, I think it just depends on the organization. But my experience is they're just shit. But that's
That's
how I
actually
feel about
that's really
it.
man, that's really crazy because like
Yeah,
outside looking in, I'm like, I used to get frustrated because whenever players be like, no, I want a second opinion or no, I want my own.
yeah,
I'm like, man,
yeah.
why this dude being a diva? Like these
Right, exactly. That's what you would think.
but this is actually crazy, man.
Yeah, man. What's crazy is for my situation, so I got a second opinion, and then uh but like the doctors knew the Raiders trainer, so it's just like he actually did the surgery on the Raiders trainer before. So it's like he probably told him like, "Yo, tell him he need to get this rod." Not saying that's 100% what happened, but just to think about it, like, yeah, I got a second opinion, but you know this dude. You probably was telling him what to say to me,
Yeah, they
type
all
shit.
in
You
bed
know what I'm
together.
saying?
Yeah.
So like after that, I definitely like when I got to the Texans, even though I still end up getting no surgery, I always got like other opinions from outside doctors, but then it's just like also as a player, like you think you going to the league, so you think it's like this the best doctor, this the best coach, this the best trainer. Like, of course I'm gonna listen to him, especially a young dude coming in. You don't even know shit for real, and then you hear people like say get a second opinion. All right, you get a second opinion. They say, oh, we agree. Then you just get it. then it's just like, what if it wasn't the right thing, even though it's a second opinion? Like I said, he knew this doctor, he knew him, so and it's just like you want to play, so you may even just get the surgery just because you want to play quicker, but not even knowing like that shit really gonna fuck you up. So I feel like it's lack of information, it's lack of clarity, and lack of just caring. Like I feel like as a trainer, like you shouldn't even like in college. I don't know if it's at every college, but I know when I was at Ohio State, like the trainers don't have to answer to Coach Meyer, to the coach, whoever the coach is at the time. Like they don't got to answer to them, so they're not scared to tell him like, no, he needs to sit out, no, he needs to do that. I feel like in the league it ain't like that because the head coaches got more jurisdiction or power over the trainers or something like that.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of like a general healthcare problem in general. Like
Yeah,
a lot of doctors, not all of them, but a lot of doctors want to go for like the easiest solution. So it's like
yep,
surgery or get you on pills or whatever.
hell
And
yeah,
there's other methods of healing, but they want the fastest solution, especially when you're in sports, because they want to
right,
get you back on the field immediately.
right,
So it's always going to be surgery and all that. So
yeah,
yeah, it sucks to hear that happen to you, man. Hopefully, everything gets rehabbed and we see you back on the field one day. But yeah, I don't
yeah,
think people really realize that, after the injury, like that's a lifetime of pain you might have to deal with. So
hell yeah, bro.
that's some real
Shit
shit,
is
man.
crazy, crazy as hell.
Do you think you like? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but do you personally think you could get back to the old you being on the field? Because I know you mentioned, you wanted to play with your kids and run around with your kids, and I
Yeah,
think that alone is a blessing that you can
yeah,
walk around and run without being in pain, playing with your family. But do
yeah.
you think you could actually get back to the league, get back to a high level of playing?
Yeah, I feel like I can, and I feel like I will. I'm actually at the point in my rehab. They just told me I had a groin hiccup. It was probably like a little minor strain groin last week, and then it got better this week. They told me at Exos that I'm gonna be moving with the performance group. So basically, like the free agents right now and whoever's there that are NFL players, they train there Monday through Friday, I think, or Monday through Thursday, one of the two. When I'm in there doing rehab, uh, but basically I'm gonna move to that group with them. They be doing like just basic like training, everything to get back in the league or to stay ready to go if they get a call or whatever. They said I would have moved this week, but I had the lower groin, so they wanted to make sure. So I'm actually moving up to the performance group next week. So I'm basically done with rehab, but I'm still gonna go in before and do like my minor rehab stuff to get ready for the workout. But then this is gonna be my first week actually working out. But I've been doing like minor EB drills. I've been doing like open hip runs and all that stuff. I haven't covered nobody, so I know that's gonna take a lot of reps and time to get back to, but I still got like my reaction, my speed and all that. So I just gotta honestly, I'm at the point where I just need to obviously get reps of going against people, but I'm at the point where I just gotta handle the volume of having like 4 days in a row and then being able to go that fifth day or 3 days in a row going that fourth day because I can go 3, 4 days, but then my leg is just killing. So it's just like, how do I go through a whole training camp? Because this fucking 5 days in a row and then you get one recovery day. So I'm basically building up to get that and then obviously get in shape and then I'm gonna be good. But I never doubt my ability to do any of that shit because I still watch and I'll be watching film and all that, and I know I can still play in the league. And I even tell people like I'll take any opportunity, any team give me an opportunity, I will. But I don't have no pride in going to a XFL or USFL because, like I said, I'm confident in who I am and I know I can play. That's just reps for me to get and film for me to get, and I'll do a year in that if I have to. But I feel like I'm ready for the league whenever I get my chance, for sure.
Yeah, man, we need you on the Roughnecks at least. Keep you in
Yeah.
Houston, dog. So I'd be down with that. I'd be down with
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
So you were drafted to the Raiders, man. So we got to ask some Raiders questions because there have been a lot of Raiders news lately,
Yeah.
especially with Tom Brady getting the minority ownership stake in the team in Las Vegas now.
Yeah.
There's been rumors about if he's going to play again or not, and he's come out and said he's retired for sure. But I mean, he said that before. To be fair, do you think that he's not going to play in Oakland? He's actually done playing football.
I think he's done, but I mean that's just me. But I feel like once you take that step and like taking ownership, you trying to buy into a team and do that. I feel like he's moving on to the next chapter. He's trying to like set up plans to just make his money, make money, and do all that. So I feel like he's done. But like you said, he said it before, so you never really know.
Yeah. They also moved on from Derek Carr, which was kind of controversial for some people. Like, what
Yeah,
was your experience with him? Like, how did you feel about Derek Carr and
yeah,
that Raiders team that you were on, man?
yeah. It's crazy. I was just talking to my cousin about this today, but I love DC. I was actually surprised that they moved on from him, but I love DC, bro. Like he was definitely a leader uh of the offense and the team in general. Uh I wasn't there when they had their little run before I got there. It was like the year before I got there. But I feel like as far as like deliverance and as a person, as a man, as a father, he was a great father or is a great father. Um I feel like he's a good quarterback as well. Of course he does like some bad plays, but who doesn't? He has times where he makes like a bad play in a bad moment, but I feel like he was a good dude and a good quarterback. And I wish him all the best always. I think he's gonna do really good at the Saints,
Yeah.
and he got some weapons to work with out there too.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. I think it was surprising to a lot of people. I know it's surprising to him, but yeah, I think he'll land on his feet, man. He's a pretty good quarterback. So
Yeah.
we are kind of a hip hop podcast, man. So we got to ask some hip hop questions as well. Just some basic general shit, I guess. Like, what's your top five, man? Like, what's your top five of all
I
time?
don't even got one, bro.
And not even in
Everybody asks
order.
me that. I
Like,
don't even
okay,
have
what's
one.
your
But like,
What's
favorite
in the
rapper?
Serato? What's in the
it's a,
Serato, man? What you listening to?
I mean, I listen to, I love lyrics, so like I'm different as far as when it comes to music. Like I don't listen to new music for real like that. Like I got hella songs on my phone, but like I literally listen to the same songs that's on my phone. Like all the songs on my phone, I literally when I get in the car, I just hit shuffle and I let them play through. So I listen to all damn near like 90s music to like probably like 2015, 16. And then like if I hear a song, so like I'll never know a new song or a new album that's out. I just hear it if one of my cousins or my brothers or if I just see it on Instagram or something. I hear it in the club if I ever go out and I just like it, then I download it. But I never know what new songs, new albums is out. But basically, uh I listen to of course old Lil Wayne. I love old Lil Wayne. Like that was my favorite. Still damn near my favorite. He fell off hard though. But Lil Wayne, old Lil Wayne, uh, old Meek, Drake. I like Drake a lot.
Okay.
I feel like Drake, he the best artist. He's not the best rapper, but he's the best artist like to ever be out. I feel like that. Dude just low-key corny, but I fuck with his music though. Drake, uh, I fuck with Larry June. He a newer
Okay.
artist.
Yeah, yeah.
Just like I like people who like talk. Like J Cole. He speak real shit. I actually been listening to the dude La Russell. I don't know if y'all know him from the Bay. He a younger dude. La Russell. He be speaking about real shit. I fuck with him. Uh, Old rappers like Jada Kiss, Jay Z. Of course, I like Jay Z. He be
Okay.
speaking. I listen to all different types of old shit for real, but like new rappers, I really don't really listen to new rappers for real like that. And I hate auto tune and just yelling and screaming and all that shit. Like that shit's annoying to me.
Now it's funny because I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago we had the same conversation because our podcast we originally would break down new music every week
Yeah,
and kind of like go through what we listen to, but we got to a
yeah.
point where I'm like, me personally, I'm like, man, I don't feel like listening to this.
It's
Like,
like if you want to listen to it, work out or get hype, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
yeah,
you could do that, but
I'm just like you. I got
mm,
my certain playlist and I play the same songs, and
yeah,
they go from like old music from the 70s. I got funk
yeah,
music from the 80s, rap
yeah,
90s, some rapping in 2000s, some new stuff. But I'm
yeah.
just like, man, I look up, I'm like, I don't want to hear no NBA, man.
I can't, bro. I cannot listen to him. I don't know why people like him. Like,
Yeah, Yeah, I
What's
would.
your top five?
Oh man. I'll definitely put Jay-Z up there. Jay-Z probably number one for me. I just think he
Yeah,
got the whole package, lyrical, got some hits. I would
yeah,
put him up there. Of course, like Tupac, Biggie got to be up there, man. Got to put them up
yeah.
there.
You know it's crazy? I never listened to Biggie
Big,
ever.
you should listen to. I mean, if you really into lyrics, you should listen to Ready to Die.
Yeah,
I think Ready to Die, his first album he put out was like a
yeah,
masterpiece, man. It's
hmm
really lyrical. He's talking about some real shit, man. So
yeah,
definitely check that out. It's definitely like if you a lyrical dude, you'll appreciate that.
yeah.
Shoot, I'll put Scarface up there.
Yeah, I fuck with Face for sure. I fuck with
Definitely
him.
Scarface up there. So yeah, those types, man. I know it's a basic list, but I mean those are the best in it,
No,
man.
yeah,
So
that's music I listen to though. I ain't
yeah,
listen to Biggie, but I listen to Tupac. I fuck with Scarface, Jay-Z for sure.
yeah.
What
Yeah,
about you, bro?
my list is pretty much the same. Biggie, Tupac, Jay. I like Nas a lot, and
Yeah,
um, honestly, man, Kanye, Kanye,
yeah. I
like
like the old Kanye for sure.
yeah,
New Kanye,
of
he
course, yeah. The last, I mean, I did like the Donda project,
I
but
like Donda
yeah,
too.
yeah,
outside of that, man, early
yeah,
Kanye was,
yeah.
eh,
He was elite for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, but you know what, man? I'm
Yeah,
glad that because look, I'm me and Figure a little older. I'm 36 now, so like
yeah.
I think when I think of new music, I think it's terrible. But I don't know if that's just me being an old head or if it's
Nah,
really bad, man. So I'm glad when you
nah,
have a
bro.
young dude like you can speak and say, you know what, this generation is just
Yeah,
not
they
bringing it like they should.
tweaking, bro. It's crazy because, like, bro, like, I be just even because I train players. They in high school. Then I got my little brothers. I got some that's like early on in college, some in high school, one in middle school. Uh, and then it's just like people my age when I go out, whatever, and just listen. But it's just like, bro, when y'all listen to music, y'all don't even really listen. Y'all just hear it. So they're like, I be around people. The beat come on. It's a new song. Beat come on. Oh, this shit hard. Like you ain't even hear the lyrics yet. Like, so then it's just like, all right, the beat fire, right? Dude come on there, he flowing with the beat, but he's saying some bullshit. It's just like they think it's hard, but it's like it's just hard because he's flowing with it. That don't mean he really rapping or he's saying some real shit or some hard shit. He just flowing like, yeah, I can say the dumbest shit, but if I'm on beat, it's gonna
Mhm.
sound hard. Like,
yep,
no, I don't listen to music like that. And I feel like that's what people have gotten to. Like, as soon as they hear the beat, if they can go like this or do something, it's hard. If the dude flowing with the beat, it's hard. It's like, nigga, you don't even know what he's saying.
Oh,
Like,
he killed it. He killed it. Nah,
yeah, like
man. Nah.
and the other thing nowadays
it's
is
ass, man.
the it's like the emo music now.
Oh my God. Everybody demonic as hell.
Yeah, you got the music, you got the sad piano playing, and then the guy in the
Yeah.
with auto tune, he crying.
Crying.
I'm just like, oh my god, like
Like
so.
it's depressed as fuck, man.
Yeah, so it's funny because like I do a show from 10 to 2 on Sports Radio 610, and
Yeah.
I'm in charge. I like to put some rap music into it, like some
Yeah.
hip hop bits.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, let me see what's hot out here. Let me find some new stuff. And,
Mhm.
and it's all sad.
Yeah.
I'm like, how can I get
Depressing as fuck. Right.
I can get jiggy with this shit?
Then
So
they
it's just
painting their
rough.
faces, makeup, looking like they dying and shit. I'm just
Yeah,
like, bro,
like
I
and
can't get into it,
yeah,
bro.
like people like Rod Wave. It's just like,
Yeah.
man, he just
I
so
told you, I said he sound like he get a whooping before every song. He's just crying, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? I don't want to hear that
It's
shit,
rough.
bro.
The thing that kills me the most though is like the live performances are so bad too, man.
I haven't even
Like
seen him.
I
I want to
haven't
see him.
I don't go to see them, of course, but when I
Yeah,
see the videos
like
and
the
hear the
videos of him.
stories,
Yeah,
like
just
it's people come first off, they like an hour, 2 hours late. Then they come in and they come in with the song playing, like with the lyrics and everything, and they barely even rapping along with it.
right.
They just
Like
kind of nod
everybody know it's
along.
lip singing, but
Got
like, man, come
15
on, you
people
gotta
up
play
on
the part.
stage with them. It's rough, man. I feel bad for this generation who got to pay and see this shit.
Man,
But
and they still will go. They still
yep,
gonna pay
they'd be like,
because
yeah,
they
so
think
it's
that shit
fire.
hard.
and they would leave and be like, he killed that shit. Like what?
Dog shit. I
Yeah.
can't. Bro, I thought like from 2007 shit 17 was all right, but like just
Yeah.
17 and up, it's just like, man, like these rappers, I don't have one. I mean, I think one song with Young Boy probably featured on it. I think it's with
Yeah.
Kevin Gates, but I don't have one NBA Young song on my phone, bro. Like these dudes,
Yeah, tough listen, man.
bro, I don't understand it. And then it's just like a lot of dudes, they acting like shit that they ain't. Like people like 6ix9ine and Gunna and all that, like y'all was talking about all this shit. Y'all ain't even doing none of this shit, bro. Just corny. Like
To be
y'all
fair,
weird.
that's always been a thing in rap. There's
Yeah,
been a
yeah,
lot of studio gangsters in rap
yeah,
history.
for sure.
And I feel like social media has made it worse because we know for sure now.
Yeah, now we
You
see
know,
it. Yeah,
everything else back in the day, you didn't have Twitter.
right.
So if somebody wasn't living that life, you didn't know.
Yeah.
But
Now we
yeah,
know.
now.
For sure.
So shoot,
Definitely.
man. You got anything else, Figgy? I think that
Yeah,
might wrap
yeah.
this one
I
up.
want to bring this up, and at first I was wondering if I should ask you about this, but you
Mm.
kind of tweet about it often, man. You was
My case?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
definitely talk about that anytime anybody
yeah.
asks.
It was wild. So you tweeted a couple times, man. I feel
Yeah,
like you think about a place where you're blessed and you just tweet about it, like, man, you know what?
for
Like,
sure. It just be coming
so
on my mind. Like I'm glad I'm here. For
yeah.
sure.
So, tell us about what happened. I don't want to, misword anything, but
Yeah.
you,
So basically, I'm gonna try to keep it like PG-13.
Nah, fuck
So
that. This is a mature rated podcast, man.
as
Let us
long as
know
you
what it
hey,
is.
as long as
yeah.
you don't get in trouble, man.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm good. So the
Okay.
case over. So like before I couldn't talk about it because it's confidential and it's like I'm in the case, so I couldn't. Mind you, the case drug on for fucking 5 years. But so I'm in Cleveland. This is before I got drafted. I go kick it with my fam because I'm about to get drafted. This is right after the combine, probably like 2 weeks after the combine. Go to Cleveland. We go to Barley House and we go kick it. I know the dude who owned Barley House. Me and him got the same financial advisor, whatever.
Okay.
So and then obviously like I know people from the Browns. I know people in the league, whatever. Travis Kelsey, I think he was there that night. Me and him got the same agent. So actually, when I was picking my agent, like he had took me out and showed me Barley House and all that shit. So that's why I ended up going back to Barley House.
Hey, I
So
was
I had a
about
good
to say, did
time.
they make you take your hat off?
No, 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 no. So I go in Barley House, whatever. We kicking it. Uh, my sister, she lit and she see this white girl. And I guess she was just talking to her. Of course, she lit, so she just telling her like, "Yeah, we here because my brother about to get drafted." Blah blah blah. Not even thinking because she lit. Like this bitch want to make me a target. So long story short, she's talking to her, tell her whatever, and we about to leave. And you know me, I'm trying to see what the move is after. So we about to leave. My sister, she literally drunk, so I'm carrying her, like trying to hold her up. And the girl that she was talking to, she get to talking to me. She's like, yeah, your sister telling me all about you, blah blah blah. I'm like, shit, y'all got friends? Like, come back to the room. We was staying at the Westin. It's walking distance. I'm like, come back to the room. We can kick it. Mind you, like, you know what we trying to do. Like, I'm trying to get some cheeks. So we go back to the room, or we about to walk out. Actually, before we get to the room, we walking out. I'm holding my sister up because she's lit, and she trying to like grab my hand. Like you can see it on TMZ. She trying to grab my hand, like be thirsty. But I'm not even paying attention to her. I'm trying to get my sister right. Walk outside, my sister like tripping over the little, just like a little garden area. You know how like sidewalks got like little flowers, like little tree, whatever. She trip over that, so I'm trying to hold her up. The girl still trying to like get my attention, and, like grab my hand or whatever. See her just being thirsty, whatever. Long story short, my sister go back to her room with her friends or whatever. They took her. I'm like, make sure she good. We get to walking back to the Westin. Me, the girl, her friends, and one of my homies. He had a girl with him already. And we get into the Westin. The girl that I was talking to, she like, I gotta pee. So we go in the lobby, chill. She goes pee. Her friends are sitting there, but I'm standing over there by myself, just on my phone. My homie right there, he got the girl with him. So he like, bro, I'm about to go up to the room. So I give him the key. Go up to the room with the girl he already knew her. He been talking to her for like 6 months. They go up to the room, waiting on the girl. She come back out. As soon as she come back out, we all get on the elevator, and the DJ from that night, like at Barley House, he comes in the elevator with like 3 or 4 people. You know they lit, so they just clowning loud, whatever. And she happened to know him. And at the time, I didn't know she knew him. So she happened to know him. She actually worked with the nigga, like at regular work. He worked. They worked at some restaurant that he DJ'd that night on Fridays. So she knew the nigga already. So he like, hey, we about to go back to my room, kick it, blah blah blah. So they all about to go back to the room because her friends knew him too, because they all work at the same place. It was like some bar. We all go up to his room. They on like the 12th floor, I think. I was on the 15th floor. So they get off, we all get off on the elevator and they about to go to their room and I'm telling old girl, like, "Well, let's go to my room." Like she like, all right. So her friend, she get the laying down on the ground, acting all drunk, like just acting crazy. So I'm like, man, get your friend. Like she helping her up, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting there. She take her in the room. She comes back out the room. Mind you, if she come back out and I'm like, all right, she on it. So she come out, she's like, all right, we can go up to your room now. So I'm like, all right, bet. Go up to my room. Oh, I got my key. So I knock on the door. My homie opened the door and he was already in there with the girl that he was with. And he had already hit it. So I go in the room. He already know what's up when I come in. So he just take old girl in the bathroom that he with. Cause you know I'm about to try to do what I gotta do. So I sit on the bed. She comes sit on the bed. She like, where they going? I'm like, shit, it don't matter where they going. They go in the bathroom. She's like, oh, they about to have sex. She's like, I want to watch them have sex. I'm like, what? She like, yeah, I want to watch them have sex. She's like, that don't turn you on? And I was like, she was like, that type of stuff don't turn you on? I was like, nah. And she was like, well, I want to watch them have sex. So she get up and literally goes over. Mind you, it's a sliding door in the hotel room that I'm in, so it can open whenever. She just opened the door on them. Mind you, they wasn't doing that because he had already hit it. But if they was like, bitch, you weird. You literally just go in the door and open the door on them. So as
Yeah.
soon as she opened the door, my homie like, what the fuck is you doing? And then old girl was like, yeah, what is you doing? And her name was Cheyenne. The girl that he was with name was Cheyenne. The girl that accused me, her name was Brooke. So Cheyenne was like, what are you doing? Brooke was like, I want to watch y'all have sex. So I get up, I walk over there, and I'm like, no, bro, you tripping? Like, come on, bro. So I'm like trying to close the door, trying to get her out the way. She like, no, she stepped in the bathroom. She's like, no, I want to watch y'all have sex. So then me and my homie, like, you know, we thinking at that point, we like low key like she on some weird shit, but then we thinking like, oh, we about to get a switcheroo cracker type shit. So me and him, she tell old girl, the white girl Brooke, she like, I want to watch you give him head. The girl was like, Cheyenne was like, why don't you give him head talking about me? So she ended up giving me some head. Like I pulled my pants down with her. She started giving me head. She giving my homie head. He on the toilet. I'm sitting up against the sink. Mind you, it's a bathroom. It ain't crazy big. So she like on her knees right here. I'm up against the sink. My homie sitting on the toilet. Whatever going. She stopped. She like, I want to see y'all have sex now. And I'm like, man, fuck all that. Like, so she keep going. Stop again. Like, no, I want to watch y'all have sex. So I'm like, man, bitch, you tripping. Like, I'm soft by now. I'm cool. Like, you acting weird. I'm like, all right, bro. So I'm like, once I pull my pants, I'm like, bro, you on some trash. I say you on some trash. Cause that mean like you on some bullshit. So I say you on some trash. I'm like, you just need to get the fuck out. So I literally pull my pants up. I walk out first. Go sit on the bed. She walk out. She come. You know how it's like a computer desk in every hotel room, like a chair
Yeah.
or whatever. She sits in the chair, like right across from me, and my homie, his girl, come out, and then my homie Tyler, he had ended up being in there, and I can't remember if he was in there the whole time or if he came in, but I just remember him being in there after that. But she sat in the chair, mind you. I told her to leave, so when she comes sit in the chair, I said, "What the fuck is you doing? I told you to get the fuck out." She was like, "Why you call me trashy?" I was like, "I ain't call you trashy. I said you on some trash." She like, "Well, what does that mean?" I'm like, "Google it on your way out the door, bitch." So then she get up, she salty, she about to walk out. My homie like, "Yeah, you probably voted for Trump, you white bitch." She's like, "I did vote for Trump so he could put people away like you." And I'm
Oh
like, "Man,
shit.
shut up, bitch." So she go out, she slammed the door all hard and shit, go out. Oh girl Cheyenne that my homie Miles was with, she like, I'm about to leave too. Cause basically it's a whole bunch of niggas in there. Like my cousin ended up coming too. She's just basically like, I'm about to leave too. I ain't trying to be here with a whole bunch of niggas. So she walk out, boom. So like 10, 15 minutes go by, I'm chilling. I just hear her banging on the door like police. It's my cousin. He like, bro, that girl that you was talking to downstairs in the lobby talking to police. Uh, wait, before that, so I get a call from the desk. front desk. They're like a girl named Brooke. She wants to come back up. I'm like, no, I don't know no Brooke. Mind you, I know who it is, but I'm like, no, don't let her up. I don't know her. So I was like, why did you trying to come back up to the room if I raped you? One of them, first of all. But then, so my cousin come after that, he knock on the door like, yo, she talking to police in the lobby. Mind you, if I would have stayed there, honestly, I wouldn't even been in the case that long. But my dumb ass thinking I'm from the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like when I hear police, I leave the scene. So as soon as he said police in the lobby, I'm about to get drafted, nigga. I'm like, fuck that, I can't be in nothing. Mind you, I'm on like the 15th, 16th floor. I got a duffel bag, my book bag. I take off and go down all them stairs. I'm
Oh
jumping
man.
downstairs. I jump down 16 flights of stairs with a duffel bag, book bag. I'm gone. Get an Uber. I'm out of there. I
Now,
think my
did you
cousin
know?
picked me up actually.
Now, did you know she was she was like
No, I just she was talking to police. Like fuck
okay.
that. I'm out of there. Didn't know nothing. I'm out of there. I think my cousin ended up coming to pick me up when I left. So um I'm leaving and the next day. So none of that I ended up going home. I think I went home to my stepmom's that day. Or the next day, whatever. Next day happened, nothing happened. Another day go by, my homie Miles like, yo, the girl that accused you of rape talked to Cheyenne and told Cheyenne she about to accuse you of rape. So I'm like, what? So he said that the girl told Cheyenne, which was the girl that was with my homie Miles, like, you need to accuse him of raping you too. Like, and she like, no, I ain't get raped. Like, I know Miles. Me and Miles been talking for a minute. Like, and she was like, Gareon didn't rape you. Like, you willingly gave him head. He even have sex with you. Whatever, whatever. So I tell my agent and we get a lawyer, everything prepared and shit. But nothing happens. This is in March. Mind you, the draft is April 27th at the time. So nothing happens. So I'm thinking I'm good. So I go back to living my normal life. I fly down to Philly, where the draft was that year, literally the day before the draft. Excuse me. And as soon as I get to the front desk, I'm like, Gareon Conley about to check in. The NFL media team come grab me, take me to a conference room, like, excuse me, you see the media? And I was like, no, I was just on the plane. It like turned the laptop to me. It just every blasted viral, like Gareon Conley rape, this, and that, da 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 da. I'm like, what the fuck? So they like, you can stay, like, but we have a lot of media events lined up for you, and da da da. We know they about to bombard you with questions and all that. He was like, so you can leave if you want, or you can stay. I'm like, bro, I'm out of here. I get on the next flight an hour later, back home to my city, in Canton, and then that was basically that whole shit that happened that night. But then, uh, the case ended up getting filed or whatever. So I beat the criminal case. No bill, nothing. Grand jury didn't indict me, nothing. So I beat that. So I'm thinking I'm good. And then a year later, after I beat it, uh, she fucking filed a civil case. So she filed a civil case, and obviously that's for money or whatever. And we go through that. Of course, it's dragging along because it's a civil case, like 2 years. Then we get to the third year, COVID happened, and then it's just like we got to push it back again. Then we get to last year, before like early on, I think it was like February, January or February. It was supposed to be a trials date set. Our fucking judge ended up dying.
Oh
So
damn.
they've had to push it back again. So then we get to, mind you, she trying to settle the whole time, but she telling me settlement $2.3 million. The
Damn.
lowest settlement she got to was like a million or like 900,000. I'm like, man, ain't even no point talking about settling because I ain't settling. Because I told her like the only reason I would settle is if it was what I would have to pay my lawyer because I got to pay my lawyer anyway. So of course I don't want to uh settle because I want to clear my name, but I'm like, shit, if it's gonna put it away, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna have to pay my lawyer anyway, this amount of money, I'll settle for this. But she was talking about crazy numbers, so I'm like, fuck that, I'm going through with it. So we get to what is that, November, and that's when the trial was set or whatever. So I go through the trial, bro. The craziest shit was like the way she was lying. She was lying on the stand, all type of shit. We go on the trial, and mind you, she never said to me ever that she wanted to have a foursome or nothing. So she get up on the stand and she tell basically before she even like got on the stand, her therapist got on there and showed this letter that she wrote. Um, saying her therapist told her to write a letter as if she was writing it to me. She was like, I want you to basically like a therapy exercise to get over her fears or whatever. She like write it to him like you're writing him so you can get out all what you feel, like how you felt, basically. So she showed a letter. She basically telling like, oh, she was scared for her life. She feared that uh we had guns. She feared for her life. All this shit, right? So and then she said she was cooperating. That's why she ended up like supposedly having sex with me or whatever. She was cooperating so she could get out of there alive because she feared for her life. All this crazy shit, right? So she said she wanted to have a foursome because she thought that would be cooperation. So all this shit, my lawyer just taking it in, just ready to just go on their ass. So my lawyer got her on the stand. He like, so you told Gareon that you wanted to have a foursome, right? Because she said it on the stand that she said that she wanted to have a foursome. She said it to her lawyer because you know her lawyer goes first and then my lawyer goes. So the first day was like Monday. Her lawyer said that she was like, yeah, I said I want to have a foursome to like get him to think I wanted to cooperate, whatever. So mind you, the next day my lawyer got her on the stand. He said, so you said you wanted to have a foursome. She said, no, I didn't say that. And the jury and the judge, they like, and we all just like, bitch, you just said that yesterday. Like you under oath and you lying right now. So she did that. And then my lawyer, he was like, I want to have a copy of the transcript, whatever. So the next day he pulled a copy of the transcript, showed her where she said it, because you know they write when you say shit. Got her under oath saying it. He highlighted. She's like, oh, I don't remember saying that. Da, 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 da. And her lawyer, like, yeah, I don't remember her saying that. Da, da, da. I'm like, yo, this shit is wild, bro. This shit damn near was like a movie. So that happened. And then another part in the trial, what did she say? Oh, so my lawyer brought up the guns and the fearing for your life, all that shit. So he said he set her up perfectly. He asked her, he said, at any point in time, did you feel like Gareon, or he said, did Gareon assault you verbally or physically or hurt you mentally or physically, whatever? Did he ever make you feel uncomfortable on the way to the hotel as you walked when y'all got into the room before the incident happened? She said no. He said, did Miles, my homie, ever make you feel that way? Feel like you needed to fear for your life, blah, blah, blah. No. She was like, did they have, or my lawyer was like, did they have guns? No. Did they have anything violent that would threaten your life? No. He said, so why did you fear for your life? And she was just stuck. She didn't even know what to say. And he was just like, my lawyer, real as shit. He said, you probably feared for your life because you were in a room with some black men, huh? And she was just stuck. Like, and I didn't even know he about to say that shit. I'm like, oh, this nigga really, he taking it there. So he did that. And she was just stuck, bro. She really was just like mumbling, stumbling, couldn't even say shit. And then he said, and then so you told him you wanted to cooperate. He said, if you really wanted to cooperate, why wouldn't you just try to tell him like you don't want to do something, or that if you wanted to cooperate, you would just have sex with him? Why would you say you want to have a foursome? Like that don't even make sense. And mind you, I never even said that she said she wanted to have a foursome. I don't even remember her saying that. I think she just made some shit up as she was on the stand. So I'm like, you really just fucking yourself up right now. So then the worst part, not the worst part, but one of the worst parts, her friend, well, one of her friends actually wasn't even friends with her no more, and you could tell why she wasn't. But then her friend ended up going on the stand. In the video, they showed the police video. She ended up telling the police, like, "Yeah, I don't even think she got. I don't even think she got raped. I don't think Brooke got raped. I think she's lying." But then she got her up on the stand as her witness, saying that she thinks she got raped. So I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. So that whole little trial, and it's way more. Like if I talked about that, we'd be on here for a minute. The trial went what, three weeks. It was crazy, bro. They brought up, they had, when we started, they had, because the judge asked you when you get to trial how many witnesses you got. Her lawyer was like, I think he said like 40 witnesses. They had like 40 witnesses. The
40.
judge was like, you got 40 witnesses for what?
Was it even
So
40 people in the situation?
no, bro. So they ended up knocking it down, but he still, I think, had like 20 some witnesses. Mind you, at least 10 of her 10 of his witnesses was like her mom, her sister. They come up there and basically just like give a sob story, like who Brooke was and who she was before she got raped and how she act after she got raped. And then it was just like the paramedic from that night, and then the psychiatrist, the therapist. Like it was just extra people that weren't even really involved. That just like they're involved because she got raped and she has trauma or something like that. But it was crazy, bro. That's basically what happened. But you see, like the trial story was longer than the actual incident. The incident was probably like
Yeah.
she was in my room for probably 6 minutes. Like I didn't even have sex with her. Like how did I rape you? You willingly gave me a head for 30 seconds maybe, and then I kicked you out, and now you salty. And so the worst part is she had a boyfriend the whole time.
Of
That's
course.
what the worst part
Yeah.
is. She had a boyfriend whole time. So she probably like, cause her friends are seeing her come back to the room with me. So her friends probably like, oh, this bitch crazy. She got a boyfriend. So she probably like setting it up type shit.
Oh
So
yeah.
and then the part where I said her friend was acting drunk on the floor in the lobby. Well, crazy thing is she was doing that to help her. So we found out why she was doing that. The girl that I was with, or she texted her friend like, "Yo, help me, like, help me try to get away from him," type shit. So she ended up helping her, and she still ended up coming back out the room to come with me. So it's like, if you want to help, like, that was your shit right there. That was your key to get away. Like, if you really wanted to get away, like, why did you come back out the room to come upstairs with me? Like, you contradicting yourself. But yeah, this shit, it was wild, bro. It was wild as hell. 5 years.
No,
It's
I mean,
mad.
I'm glad you shared that story, man. I did see it, but I didn't know if you were comfortable talking about it because I'm sure
Yeah,
that was a
nah,
rough time in your
I'm
life,
definitely
man.
comfortable talking about it
Yeah,
for
But
no, I
sure.
could tell the way you was tweeting it. I was just
Yeah, I've been waiting, bro. I've been waiting because I wanted to talk about it. I've been wanting to do a documentary for a minute, but I couldn't because I was in the case still, and then it just
yeah,
kept dragging. So
no, you
uh,
no,
I
you
wanted to
definitely
talk about
should, man, because I feel like in this society we always point out the guilty until proven innocent type
it.
of people.
Yeah, bro. Man,
We
what?
drag people through the mud, and then when it's a situation like yours, it's
Hmm.
it's quiet. Like
Yeah.
nobody say
Man,
anything
what?
about
All them
like
platforms that blasted me when I was accused of rape, like where they at when I won? Like
yeah, and
and
it's
it's
like
crazy, like because ESPN, part of ESPN, like said had put an article out or something like that, but I had to reach out to that dude to get it, and it was just like a little article, it wasn't like the main ESPN
oh
page.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still had to reach out to him to get that. Like, it's
yeah.
crazy, bro.
It's crazy. It's kind of similar to the what's the punter that played for Buffalo. That,
Yeah, bro. He wasn't even there.
yeah,
Like
that
that's crazy.
was
And
wild. And I ain't hear nobody talking about the ending to that.
yeah, like, and
He
then
was all over
what
the place.
happens to the girl? Like nothing.
Yeah. What happened to the girl with in your case?
Am I nothing? She just lost.
That's crazy,
She just
man.
lost, bro. Crazy thing is, somebody had like messaged me talking about. She said she was gonna peel it. I'm like, all right, come on, go ahead, peel. I want 8 out of 8 jurors. Like, come on, bro. The worst case is the dude from Baylor, um, Sean Oakman. He actually did 2 years in prison, and the girl came
yeah,
out and said that she lied about it
yeah.
after he already did his time. Like, and now
Man.
he can't even get back in the league. That shit is wild. And what is she doing right now? Living her life probably. Just crazy as fuck. I would have. They told me I would have did damn near like 10 years if I would have got convicted of that shit. Like that shit is wild, bro.
That's scary, man. That's
But
really scary.
I had a baby on the way, all type of shit.
Yeah,
Like I thought
Yeah.
my life was over, bro. Said
Yeah.
I was gonna get undrafted, all type of shit.
Yeah. And and honestly, it's a blessing you didn't sleep with this girl.
Man, for
Because
real.
yeah, you better be glad that's all you
Yeah.
got.
Um,
What you
I'm I'm highly blessed, bro, to even get through that shit. It's crazy.
yeah. Now that's why whenever I hear an allegation, I'm like, let me see how it plays
Yeah,
out
you gotta
first. I
show
need
me.
more information, dog.
You gotta
Like
show me.
you can't just say this and okay, he's guilty because a girl said he did something. I'm like,
Yeah,
we need some trial stuff. We need evidence. We need some information because
yeah,
people always jump out the window, and it's tough because there are situations like you have like a Darren Sharper or something like that where
yeah.
he's really just taking it, and
Mhm.
then you got people who are just like you about to
Yeah,
come in some money and some
yeah.
women see an advantage and they take it.
Man, they just
So
try to get you, bro.
it's
Crazy.
rough, man. It's really
It's
rough, and
wild.
it's hard because
scary, man.
you can't even talk about things like this because there are victims who get triggered by even mentioning that. So
Man,
it's like
what?
you
Yeah,
can't
that's what
even.
another thing. Like you
It's a
messing
toughest
it up
thing.
for the real victims. Like
Exactly.
my sister she was sexually assaulted before, and
Yeah.
it's just like, bro, you fucking add up for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause then when they have a real serious, like, then of course you're gonna get the people that's like, oh, no, she lying. Like, I need to see this. She really like got raped. It's just like you fucking that up by just lying on these dudes that you getting raped just because you got embarrassed or because you didn't like a situation or something like that. Like that shit is crazy, bro.
Yeah, old girl might be a little crazy too, man. Like
Yeah, for
she might
sure.
be something mentally going on, man.
For sure, bro.
That is crazy.
And then they don't do no time. That's why these girls keep doing it.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like, I'm
real.
about
I
to just
mean,
get a
I have
bag.
to ask. I don't want to get you in trouble or anything, but since we are the Houston Texans. Of course, we had that whole thing with Deshaun Watson. Like,
Yeah.
what was your take on that, man? Did you? I mean, I know you've gone
Uh,
through some things, but
I
what was
mean,
your take on that whole thing?
my take on that, like, I mean, I never was really close with Deshaun, but I mean, he was cool. Uh, my take on it is one, like, dude ain't gotta rape nobody. One, he just don't like, and I don't see him as that type of dude. And then, but like, also with him, like, bro, like that many motherfucking massage therapists, like, you don't need to be in with that like, you a
Yeah,
target. Like, even if like they was all cool, like, even if it never even happened or came out as that, like sexual assault, whatever. Like you gotta understand you Deshaun Watson, bro. Like you don't need to be messing with that many massage therapists, bro. But like as far as like the whole situation, bro, like it's the same thing. It's just like them girls know what they was doing, bro. Egging it on. I be hearing all them theories, like all the Texans did this and they was part of it and I mean I don't get too deep in that because I don't know. But I just know you a target regardless. So like don't even put yourself in that situation to do that. But I mean you never know. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have just been doing what he was doing and it happened. Like shit. That's the only reason I end up like coming to peace or like accepting my situation was actually taking some part responsibility for it. Because
yeah,
it's just like at the end of the day, everybody when they get in a situation like that, it's just like, why me? I didn't do nothing. Da, 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 da. And I was taking that at first, but then it's just like, bro, like I chose to be in the room with that girl. I told her to come back to my room. I chose to do stuff with her, whatever. So I got to take some responsibility for that, and then that's where you actually get peace from it, and then you can just let it go.
yeah. No, I mean that's big of you too. I mean, because a lot of people won't even do that. They won't be like, but
Yeah.
ultimately, and even though it's messed up because you really didn't do anything, but
Right.
it is. I
Yeah.
mean, look, once you enter a certain era, you got to
Hmm.
just be super careful about how you move, man. I think sometimes you learn
Man.
it the hard way, unfortunately.
So
Yeah,
Ja Morant, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Tweaking, bro.
Shoot,
Just
they talk,
understand,
they
like
talking about the whole season for him, man,
you're
for
not a
waving the
normal
gun.
dude, bro. Like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's
you're
that's
just
crazy.
not. You just gotta move different. It's just how it is, bro.
that's
If
gonna
you
be a
want to
lot of
be
money
normal,
lost for
just
him,
don't go to
man.
the NBA.
Yeah,
That's simple. Crazy, bro. And you already got in trouble for it once. Like, what you
yeah,
think gonna happen the second time? It's gonna be another brush off? Like, nah, bro. But for
Man,
what? I don't understand it. That's what I just don't understand. Like, what is the point?
I
Like,
think
what?
it's like when you get money, sometimes you want to do stuff you never were able to
Yeah.
when you were like everybody want to live that rap style, that rap life at one point in their life.
Yeah.
But most of us ain't never gonna get a chance to because we ain't gonna have
Yeah.
that kind of money.
yeah,
But
My
I think
homie,
he was just at that point.
Damon Arnett. I know y'all heard about him.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
like my little brother, man.
Damn,
That's basically what happened to him. Like he started trying to be a rapper, then he just started falling off crazy. I
damn.
don't understand
He
it,
was
bro.
actually rapping. Was he actually
He's
rap?
still making music.
I
What you
ain't.
saying? Was he actually good?
No, no, no. I didn't know he was an actual rapper.
No, yeah. His
Damn,
name was it Suave something Suave Netway Suave something like that. He actually making hella songs and just I don't know, bro. He's fried.
It's the new. I blame. Oh, it's coming back to the new rappers, man. Because
Yeah, bro.
like,
It
look,
is.
even back in the '90s when you had Tupac around, I
Yeah,
didn't see a lot of NFL and NBA players trying to be Tupac.
right.
You know,
But even though like it's just like, bro, like I feel like because I remember I had watched a video with Tupac. He was, and I don't even know if that was like a skit or if it was like a real show he was on. It was a whole bunch of white people in the crowd. He was sitting up at the stage with some white people. He was like talking about uh his music, and they was just trying to like go at him, like trying to, they really was trying to make him mad, you could tell, but he wasn't. He was keeping his cool. They're like, oh, well, you promote violence and you said you would kill cops and you would do da 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 da. He was like, I never said I would kill a cop. He said, I talk about cops killing us. He was like, all the shit I talk about in my music is the shit I live and I seen. It ain't like I'm trying to promote to do it. I'm just trying to promote change, and I'm trying to promote people to see what's going on, what I'm going through. And he was like, "Yeah, I may talk violent, but it's just like it's a violent act. It's a violent response." That's what he said. It's not. It's not like I'm just trying to act violent. It's like a violent response. But he said, and honestly, I don't really take no violence response to cops like in action. He said, I just do it in my music. He said, I've never like did police brutality or against somebody or against police or nothing like that. He said police brutality is always on me. But it's just like people like that or like the rappers back then, it's just like, yeah, they talk about shooting or whatever, blah blah blah. But like it's the shit that they seen and what they doing, and it's just what they grew up in, it's their environment. It's like now all these rappers, you choosing to do that shit. Like you don't even really gotta do that shit. These rappers, they went through it like Jay-Z, like or Dr. Dre or Ice Cube, like they went through it, they was rapping about it, but look where they at now. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, whatever y'all went through, cool, but like elevate. Like y'all just trying to stay in the same shit. So it's just like y'all rapping about. And
Stand up.
then what's crazy is they the way that niggas do now, like niggas is just grimy. They do anything for money, beefing
yes,
over girls and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even the same type of like rap that was back then. This shit all now is about clout, money, girls, and niggas ain't even got no morals no more. Like it's
hell no,
just
man.
disrespectful
It's,
niggas. Like
it's really scary, man, because
yeah,
now these rappers they will kill somebody for real.
yeah, for nothing,
Yeah,
for
they
nothing.
feel like that's the best clout in the world to go to jail.
Yeah, if you kill somebody, they feel like you the goat. Like I don't understand it. So that's like when I walk around, when I go out, if I anything, I don't even wear my big chain no more. Like I be chilling. But like
Hmm.
if anybody try to rob me, shit, even if a cop pull me over, look, I'm cooperating, bro. Just let me make it
Hmm.
home and see my kid, bro. Just leave me with my phone. You can take everything else. So I just want to
Yeah.
make sure I can get home.
I was talking about this with somebody how because I kind of want a customized chain, like a dope ass chain.
Yeah,
I was thinking like, man, I be dolo all the time, man.
yeah, bro. It's
I'm not
scary, bro.
rolling around with 20 niggas and securities and shit. I be at
Yeah,
the store dolo.
yeah. I be chilling. I
Go
be
apart.
dolo too.
Yeah, so I'm like, man,
Yeah,
I can't afford to get killed over a chain,
yeah.
and people be on Instagram holding up my chain.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like,
mean, shit. If you get it, you should. I think you should get it for sure if you want it. But it's just like you said, if you know it ain't worth that, like
yeah,
then
I'm not really trying to
yeah,
live that rapper lifestyle, man.
yeah,
I used to rap, and now
yeah,
I'm man, I'm a homebody. I like to
yeah,
chill. I like to go to work.
yeah,
Trying to be in no club. I'm not trying to get
yeah,
in no fights, man.
yeah. I mean,
Dog.
if you wear it out and somebody just look here, you got it, bro. But
It ain't even just that. It's not even just the chains no more, man. It's like you got to watch what car you got, and I'm not even
yeah,
talking like
anything, bro.
luxury. Like a Dodge Charger used to be like a basic ass car, man.
Yeah.
Niggas getting killed every day for Chargers now, man.
Yeah,
Man,
Like it's
niggas
really
get
crazy.
killed over anything now, bro.
Yeah.
Stepping on somebody's shoe, fucking talking to somebody's girl, anything,
Anything.
bro.
Social media beef. Yeah, it's wild, man.
Yeah,
Robert on
people,
Facebook
yeah.
says, Pimp C says, you know why Jay-Z don't wear chains no more because he too rich. Yeah.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah, he buy art instead, man.
Smart as hell. Crazy, bro.
Nah, it really is. Look, we know you got things to do, man, so we don't want to hold you too long. But like we said, man, we really hope it's a really fun podcast. By the way, we're really glad you came on and shared your
Yeah,
story with us.
yeah.
Do you got anything you want to promote? Anything you got going on, man?
I mean, just my training. I be training in Houston. I train anywhere in Houston if I got to, but I'm more so in the Siena area because my stepson go to school out here, and I trained like six or seven of his teammates, and then I got a kid at Manville. I've been messing with a couple Manville kids. Anybody in the area that want training, DBs, wide receivers, I do that. Other than that, I've been rehabbing, bro, just trying to get back in the league. And then, like I said, I want to do this documentary. So
Yeah.
anybody that does documentary film or film work, because I ain't got the money to do no damn big ass production, so I'm gonna have to do something small and then just try to get out there. But I definitely trying to do a documentary like on my life before football, during, and right now. Just the case, my whole journey is just, I feel like it's unique. So I definitely want to get that out.
I'll be on the list. I'll hit you up because I know a couple people that do
Yeah,
videos and stuff like that. So I
yeah,
send them your way.
yeah. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate y'all having me on too, for sure.
Yeah, about time, man. I've been trying to years, man.
Yeah, man. I be chilling.
Yeah.
I'm here.
And make sure y'all follow him. He's on Twitter _@_ G Conley 8. His Twitter is hilarious, by the way. You be cracking me up, man.
It's crazy, bro. I feel like I don't even be on Twitter. I feel like I've been on more though.
Yeah. No, we enjoy your tweets, man. So make sure y'all follow him. And yeah, hope to do it again soon, man. Hope to see you on the field again one day. Glad you're doing well, able to play with your kids a little bit. So definitely look forward to seeing more of you, man.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man. Thanks.
Yeah.